Hello. This is a little video I'm gonna quickly try and, well, quickly we'll see, record, which is about, well, this is gonna be of me playing Destiny 2, running through the Duality dungeon solo. The video probably won't be me playing through this whole thing, um, like for the video, because I don't really, I will see. Um, but I'm going to be talking about a Deltarune theory and then potentially maybe other Deltarune theories. But the main thing here is I'm just going to get right into it, right? So, I've got this theory. It's not necessarily like a super speculative or like potentially impactful theory, except it could be because it relates to one of the most speculative and impactful characters in Deltarune and Undertale. Who is, of course, we all know him, WD Gaster. Wingdings Gaster. Just, I guess, a preface of information of what I believe. I think that Gaster is a skeleton. I think everybody agrees with that. I think Gaster is green. I think a lot of people will agree with that if they see videos talking about it. Gaster is most likely green. I've just got a list of notes here to try and talk about. So yeah, I went over the first two. Number 3, there's a picture of a bone with a green background hung between Sans and Papyrus's rooms in their house in Undertale. I think that's... I think there is more importance to that than just saying that Gaster is green and that he clearly has some relation to Sans and Papyrus. The thing is, for the most part, I think most people have believed, not necessarily with evidence, but not necessarily, it's not necessarily true, not necessarily like false, but most people seem to have believed that Gaster is most likely some maybe older guy, or potentially like some sort of parental figure to Sans and Papyrus. Or I'm not looking at the right places and everybody actually thinks otherwise. I don't really know if anybody else has the same idea as me, but I realized that it does seem quite reasonable. So, my theory is that Gaster, WD Gaster, is Sans' little brother and Papyrus's older brother, aka he's like the middle child, or well, they're not really children, so like middle sibling in this family. And you can probably see where I'm coming from, because, well, we don't have any real evidence that points to the contrary. We just sort of assumed otherwise. I assume that we assumed otherwise. And actually, it's reasonable to assume that Gaster might be Sans' little brother. It's like, oh, okay. Right? The main thing there is, obviously, what I brought up earlier, the picture frame. The picture of the bone is located between Sans and Papyrus's room. Papyrus is on the left, Sans is on the right, and it's reasonable to assume that maybe this could be an age thing, where you got so Papyrus on the left is the youngest, Sans on the right is the oldest, so it'd be reasonable to assume that then, therefore, Gaster, the middle child, Gaster would be the middle child. It's reasonable to assume that Gaster would be the middle child based on that information. So that's my theory, but what's the point of a theory if there's no reason for it? Like, why? Why am I just doing that? Right? We can say whatever we want. It's kind of pointless. We don't actually have true, but why? What makes that important? Well, I've been using specifically the word little brother when referring to Sans, because that is Sans' exact wording whenever he's talking about, well, his little brother that he wants Chris to meet. Wanted Chris to meet. So, you know, now it's just like, oh, it's gonna happen when Azrael comes back, or something like that. Right. Yeah. He's referring to his little brother, but he doesn't mention Papyrus. He doesn't specify Papyrus, he just specifies his little brother. And I just find that quite interesting. Because that's leaving room for the possibility that Sans is actually referring to Gaster when he says he wants us to meet his little brother. He's got like, I don't remember all the exact data, right? But it's like, that kind of, to me, has implications for who we believe is an important character to filter. W.D. Gaster is a fairly important filtering character because he just seems to have this like influence in a lot of different places. So, okay. The implication is that he's alive. We've pretty much this entire time assumed that Gaster is, in fact, like, currently shattered, right? Because, I mean, it's obviously, like, it's him who's talking to us at the beginning of the game. It's him who's written a bunch of these files, all sorts of stuff like that. But what if he's just still alive? What does that actually end up entailing? It's just kind of, oh, I mean, there could be another sibling that we just don't know about. That's possible. But yeah, so that's the implication, is that Gaster might be a living character in the story of Beltway, at least for now, right? Or just not shattered. Like, we assume he might be, like, is Gaster dead, or maybe Gaster is, like, you know, shattered across time and space, like the Gaster photo said. What if it's just not happened yet? Like, what if that's something that will happen that hasn't happened yet? I just find it so curious that, like, okay, it's alright, I guess from this point on, it's me ranting. I got my point across. Since chapter 2, and now even chapter 1, I've been suspicious of what Sans was talking about. Where he didn't actually mention Papyrus, and then the description said, I didn't think about it that much, but I was just like, why would he not mention his brother Papyrus? Like, it's kind of he didn't mention him by name, so he mentioned his little brother, and we all assumed as such. And literally around then, I was thinking like how, you know, it's like a secretly, oh my god, it's actually Gaster, because Gaster's got his little fucking bits everywhere it can possibly be, they can possibly be. But, yeah, it's bony hands, I guess. It's like, oh, it's secretly Gaster, of course. Somehow, Gaster, is the important guy. I don't know. Yeah, that is my theory, and potential implications is that Gaster is not actually shattered across time and space yet, or maybe there is too. I don't like this kind of speculation that much, but like being shattered across time and space does mean that you're like everywhere at all times, right? Oh, axe.
Not a
Yeah. So it's possible that there are two Gasters. One of them is the Gaster who couldn't meet with Chris, or maybe doesn't want to meet with Chris currently, because it's, and then the other one is the one that's currently doing stuff with the device theory, because I do think it's reasonable to assume that device theory is mostly correct, right? One of them is it's a nice comprehensive meta theory. Oh god, go away! Oh yeah, this is way fast. Anyway, yeah, that's what I wanted to say, and I hope you didn't hate me. Like, ooh, nice, cool bipod. That's neat. Yeah, I hope the theory was of interest, of intrigue. Get that above. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you for checking it out. See ya.